can't tell if it's working. Okay, you hold it and record. Hi, my name is Elizabeth Harold. I'm doing an informative speech on climate change. Scientists and researchers have noticed over the course of decades the Earth's constant changes, including weather, temperature, atmospheric conditions, air pollution, and more due to human-caused pollution. These changes are called climate change. Issues of climate change have recently made the news with tornadoes, hurricanes reaching record-breaking numbers, and wildfires. Climate change exists and is important not only because humans many times can be the cause of it, but also because too drastic of changes would cause the downfall of our species and many others. For my first main point, climate change is not new to our planet. 7 cycles of glacial changes and retreat have happened so far, and those are just the ones scientists know of. These cycles of glacial advancements are commonly known as ice ages. The reason for these changes is because of very small variations in the Earth's orbit that change the amount of solar energy it receives, causing the planet to go through climate changes. Too much climate change in too little time can be detrimental to humankind, especially when these changes are not caused by the Earth's climate, but instead by the way people neglect the Earth. Just last year, the planet experienced record-breaking droughts, heat waves, rainfall, melting of sea ice, and more unusual signs of Earth's climate change. These record-breaking weather changes are often a result of greenhouse gases. Human activities are the cause of changing greenhouse gases. Many of these activities are the use of fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and because of the industrialized world that we live in, the excessive use of fossil fuels have raised the carbon dioxide levels from 280 parts per million to 400 parts per million in the last 150 years. Methane and nitrous oxide are also a huge part of human-produced greenhouse gases that are largely responsible for the increase in the Earth's atmospheric temperature. Although there are multiple clean resources that do not have these effects on the atmosphere, many businesses, people, and countries are still using coal and oil as a main source of energy. Climate changes can be disastrous, with the impacts including rising sea levels, intercoastal flooding, a longer, more damaging wildfire season, more destructive hurricanes, and more frequent and intense heat waves, which we have already seen. We have come to the point where climate change could and will affect anyone and everyone if nothing is done about it. Climate change actually saves money. Many big businesses try to differ and say that in short term, money effects are worse, but actually using cleaner energy resources actually does save businesses money in the long run. Now that climate change is a bigger issue, some countries are actually banning fossil fuels altogether. If this happens, countries could save millions in oil costs and while helping all the environment, essentially eliminating the cost effective of climate change. Climate change is a scientific fact and has been known to happen at a drastic rate over the past century. It is important because it can and will affect everyone on the planet if nothing is done about it. Understanding and becoming more knowledgeable about climate change is just the start to what will hopefully progress into change. Stop.